What is a home inspection? Why should you have a home inspection? We're going to get the answers to those questions and a couple more in just a moment. So, Raul, thank you so much for taking the time today after doing a home inspection on one of my properties in escrow right now. I really appreciate you coming in and taking the time to talk with us. Why don't you go ahead and, for the people out there in the land of YouTube and podcast and wherever else they're consuming this content, who are you and how long have you been a home inspector?
My name is Raul Mendoza, and I'm the home inspector with 𝓚𝓸𝓵𝓵𝓪𝓻 Home Inspectors, and I've been inspecting now for just over 7 years.
7 years.
Yes.
That is fantastic. I really like the way that you do your home inspections, very much so. I like the way that it's very concise and detail oriented, and I love the gadgets. But before we talk about the gadgets, I have some questions just based on, things that people ask me.
Sure.
So, first of all, on an average day on a 2,500 square foot property, how long would it take to do a reasonably competent home inspection versus kind of like the level 10 inspection that you guys do?
Yeah. Well, on average, it takes 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
And that just depends on the amount of situations that we might run across that it may involve a little bit more troubleshooting or that kind of thing.
Okay. So I've watched you on many home inspections, and this is where I kind of want to talk to you about the gadgets because I'm a nerd and I really like seeing the gadgets when they come out. So first of all, I always tell my clients that home inspections are really detailed, but they're not invasive. You're not going to open up walls. You're not going to take up carpet or anything like that.
Right.
So how do you find out if maybe there's a leak in the plumbing in the wall, for example?
Right.
So talk to me a little bit about how you're able to hone in on that.
Okay. Well, most of the time, something that's leaking from within a wall, it may show a stain. And so we do have a gadget that detects moisture.
Okay.
And then one of our best tools that we have in the bag is an infrared camera. It's a FLIR infrared camera. And so in many cases, we can detect leaks that sometimes even the person living in the home is not aware of. And that's with the infrared camera. And so that's honestly the best tool in the bag that we carry.
And along with the tool to catch the water, I've also seen pictures and video in your reports where you're actually doing something to find out if there's hot spots in the house.
Correct.
What's that?
Yeah, the infrared camera will also detect hot spots, whether it be electrical in the electrical panel or, sometimes we run hot water, so we can detect a hidden leak, say from the upstairs plumbing, and you can see where the water runs down the wall. That kind of thing.
Is that also something, though, that you might also aim at, like an electrical panel or a wall socket? How do you determine if something might be a little too hot or overarching? Or you can tell I don't know the jargon, but
yes.
I've seen it in the report.
Yeah, with the infrared camera, because it shows like temperature differentials. You can certainly detect anything that's overheating. And then there's also a gauge on there that will show the temperature that it's picking up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I really, really like about how you guys do reports is that you literally walk around with like an iPad and you're catching things live in action as you do things. And the clients not only get a written report, but there's also sometimes there's a video attached to it. Tell us a little bit about the format that the home inspection can come across in.
I mean, it's a very comprehensive report that has pictures. We annotate when needed to show specific areas. you know, videos can be sent out on a different, maybe through email, but for the most part, there's still pictures. And we review those pictures with the client most of the time if they're present. And this way, when they get the report, it's pretty clear.
Clear and understandable and easy to read.
Yes,
Yes, so
we
that
want to
people
make
can
sure
actually
that.
understand what they're looking at.
Correct, correct.
Now, I noticed that Pillar to Post, the Lang team, who
Yes.
you're with, you're also offering some additional services that some of my clients have ordered in the past. Like, talk to me a little bit about some of those extra things, like the 360s or the room approximate measurements. I
Sure.
noticed that you're also offering some different testing on top of
Right.
the basic home inspection. What's in the bag of tricks to help a prospective homeowner have as much information as you can possibly give them?
And that's our main goal is to give the buyer as much information as they can get, so they can make a good decision on whether or not to move forward. And we take it a step further. We like to add little extra things to set us apart from other companies. And so we take pictures with the 360 camera that gives a virtual tour so people can plan their furniture, view the home virtually until they're able to get in and actually see it. That also can, depending on which package they select, they can also come with a measured floor plan, which again can assist in determining flooring, paint, furniture, that kind of thing.
Okay. So what I get from all of this, and the reason why I love every time one of my clients selects you and the company that you're with, is that you always go that extra step, that
We do.
extra effort. And I know that some of my clients in the past have read the report, they've had questions, and they've picked up the phone and they've reached out to you, and
Yes.
you've been able to say, yes, here's more information.
Right.
And in today's world, being of service and being of reliable service is
Right.
like aces in my book.
Yes.
So thank you so much for
Oh, you're
everything
welcome.
that you do and the quality of work that you and Pillar to Post actually produces to help a buyer feel safeguarded or at least understand what it is that they're purchasing.
Correct.
So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So down along the bottom of the video, we're going to put up the contact information, but again, for the people who might be listening to this on podcast while they're driving or working out or whatever, what areas does Pillar to Post cover, your team specifically that you
Okay.
work with, and how would we reach you?
Okay, well, we are sort of located out of Ranch Cucamonga, Upland area, but we really don't have an area that we don't go to.
Okay.
We
So
can
would
only
it be safe to say Inland Empire?
Inland Empire, LA, West LA, Orange County, South Orange County, you name it. I was in Long Beach yesterday, up here in beautiful Crestline today, and we go to the high desert, low desert. I mean, there's
So basically, you go where we need you to go.
exactly. We go where the work is because we need to do that.
And do you remember the website address?
I believe it's Pillar to Post /Lang team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll make sure of that so that contact information is pushed out.
Yeah.
And believe me when I tell you, every time one of my clients says, I've scheduled my home inspection and it's with Pillar to Post, I'm like, yes, they're reliable, they're good, they're going to give us a true report. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I love that you guys don't
Thank you.
sugarcoat. I love that you're honest and forthright, and that I can trust you, which means that my clients can trust you.
Perfect.
So thank you for spending
You're
time with
welcome.
us today. I know that you have to go ahead and wrap up the home inspection you're actually at because you're on the
Yes.
clock. I know that the prospective buyer for this property just showed up, and I know that he's going to want to go over his report with you,
Yes.
and he'll have some questions for you as well. So thank you for taking some time out.
My pleasure.
Very much appreciative.
You
And
got it.
I will see you on the next home inspection, my friend.
Sounds good.
And so now, there you have it. Your questions answered. But tell me, What else would you like to know about the home buying process? Drop a line down below, send me a DM, and we'll cover it on a future episode. That's it. Bye for now.